A short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Go! Let's go! First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180!
25, check 25, check 25.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. He'll let this thing go. And got his man complete. Touchdown, 49ers. Emmanuel Sanders, an 80-yard touchdown. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. I thought the days of the fake extra point were numbered once they moved these kicks back to the 15. Apparently, I was mistaken.
Yeah, I was wondering who was ever going to try to do this. In fact, I quit wondering. I didn't think it would ever happen. Taking a fake from the 15-yard line to try and pick up an extra point, I didn't think anyone would ever call this.
Blue 58!
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
On 2nd down and 4, Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. From 21 yards away, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Crosby with the extra point, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here we go,
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Garoppolo looks to throw. Looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And he hits his running back, Tevin Coleman. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Garoppolo finding Goodwin, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there, first down. They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. First down, San Francisco, to pick up 14 yards. What a Week 8 Tevin Coleman had. 4 touchdowns, 3 on the ground, 1 receiving. And how about this? He's the first 49er since somebody named Jerry Rice in 1993 to score 4 times in one game. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Jalen Hurd, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
13.
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. Completes it to Coleman. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Flushed out right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Let's go, defense.
Number 50. Hey, you block over here.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 95 yards. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. So from back deep in their home territory, all the way into the end zone, do you think they expected to score on that one?
I'm not sure they expected to score, but they also showed that they're not averse to taking a little bit of a risk there, right? Taking a chance, because the normal call is take care of the football, run it, be safe. Instead, they put it in the air and took a gamble, and it paid off in a big way. That wasn't an analytics call. That wasn't a fantasy guy's call. That was like a video game call right there.
It was a little bit of a video game call, but it worked.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off.
Accelerating, and off he goes. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Matt Breida, 64 yards, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they?
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And the fake attempt here not going to work. Got a little yardage, but not enough to get to the goal line. Boy, they're down only 1 score, still first half, but they're going to line up for the onside kick. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
And now now look out, Rodgers lost the football, and now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez. What did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. On second and 11 now. Garoppolo eluding the pressure right. That's complete. It's Kyle Juszczyk. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. It'll be a gain of 4. And it'll be third down.
21. Switch gears. Undercrush. Hey, Alpha. Undercrush.
Now Garoppolo. And the throw there going to be incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
Here we go.
Mike's 50.
Hey, exit.
Mike's 50. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
2.
50. Mike's 50.
2.
Here we go. Mike 50.
Here we go on 4th down with Garoppolo. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Now a first down carry by Jones. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. On 2nd and a yard. Rodgers. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Let's go, boys.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
319.
56. It's going to be a long day.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Rodgers looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Akella Witherspoon. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. 10. And to the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. How about that for a little jolt right before intermission?
Talk about taking momentum into the half with you, and so many teams have an emphasis on trying to score in the last 2 minutes of a half to carry that with them. It's not often talked about scoring on defense, though. That's extra mo.
And now they may take the lead into the locker room as well. And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And that one goes virtually nowhere. Tried to fake extra point, but nothing comes of it.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead, and oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get two. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Here's Rodgers. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Rodgers to throw again. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. The connection made. It's Graham.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he? And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Are you looking forward?
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
21. Go ahead.
Garoppolo on 1st down. Deep ball for Goodwin. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. Well, Charles, 18 of the 32 teams have now played 8 games, half their season. The other 14 will reach the midway point next week, so we'll save the midseason grades and awards until then. But
thank you. I like that.
Yeah, we'll wait on that. But let's look at a few underperforming teams thus far that have played 8 games, and you tell me what you think their final record. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. From the gun, it's Rodgers. This is caught by Williams. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make this a 2nd down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Throwing now is Rodgers. Got his man. It's Williams. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So on now for the Packers is their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby. This one from 35 yards away. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Wait.
Check nine.
Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. He sets to fire deep. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. On second and 11 now. Rodgers. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo. You said momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
Gold with the extra point, and that will put them on top here in the third. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. The risk reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, not giving up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And he's taken down inside the 30. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a second and 11.
At the 30-yard line.
Check 56. What we got? What we got? What we got?
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down. From the gun on third down, Rodgers. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And Crosby puts it through. And with that, the lead changes hands here in this third quarter. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Now on 2nd and 13. Garoppolo. It's caught by Sanders. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. On first down, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
On second down, a run with Breida. And they get him down right near the midfield stripe. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Niners on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it. This is Juszczyk. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6. On first down, here's Breida. And an alley to run. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. On second down and 4, Garoppolo, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
The Niners on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
65.
Garoppolo now. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. 7 consonants, 1 vowel. Here's Juszczyk. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
21. Hey, back up.
Now the fullback, Juszczyk. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the 49ers have retaken the lead. Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again. They go to the big man. Second time he gets it done.
Almost as if they were feeling like he was establishing a rhythm. Give it to him again and again, and how about the end result? Finishes it off in the end zone.
Touchdown, great run, and the score. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is up to 5. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. The big fella. And he's in for the 49ers score.
I'm glad we were paying attention during the rules seminar because we learned the only time you can't advance a fumble like that is in the last 2 minutes of either half.
Right. Other than that, if that ball's out, whether forward or backwards, it's live and free for Anybody.
No doubt about it. When you say free, that means he's got free reign to pick it up and go. And that's exactly what happened there. Took it in for a touchdown.
And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And the fake attempt here not going to work. Got a little yardage, but not enough to get to the goal line.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them to do that?
I was going to ask you, maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film opposed to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And tough to win games if you go field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Rodgers going to throw. And that's complete to Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Rodgers now to throw. It's caught here by Adams. And he's taken down inside the 30. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Greystone travel.
Rodgers now on first down. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones, 28 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Back to throw. That's caught. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. So just under 2 minutes to play, and this would figure to pretty much be your ball game right here. And the 49er hands team does its job. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3-and-out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And this Green Bay defense making that play look a lot like the previous one. Both tackles behind the line of scrimmage. So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
And they, in fact, will throw it. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. "47-yard punt, a return of 4. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. In his own end zone, it's Rodgers. And Graham's got it, complete. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. Now Rodgers is caught outright by Graham. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's throwing it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Rodgers to throw. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. He's back to throw. The connection made. It's Graham. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. He's at the 50. The 30. 20. 10. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. So they were in field goal range, chance to go to overtime, got greedy going for the win. Do you think maybe on the sideline they felt compelled to go for that win?
Sometimes that's what happens because as a head coach, you have to take the pulse of your team. You have to know where you are and how they're feeling. And maybe he thought, we've got to win it right now. Overtime, we might not have anything left for that. So maybe that's why they went for it and pressed it.
Unfortunately, it backfired. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. And he will not add 2 more to the final score. Doesn't matter. This one's over. Well, we saw action to the final whistle in this one. Not only the touchdown at the end to add to their lead, then they tried to put more on top of the 2-point conversion but didn't get it.
That's someone that wants to win and by as many as possible. They don't